Diphthongs. It may be an unusual word, but without them we wouldn't be able to communicate. So what are diphthongs and how do we singers ensure we're using them correctly? I've got the answers to these questions, plus a couple of practical diphthong singing exercises coming right up.
Sound check. Check 1, check 2.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Dan. Thanks for clicking on my video. I'm a contemporary singing voice specialist. That simply means it's my job to help you realise the full potential of your singing voice. Today is Thursday, so we are going to deep dive into a subject that will develop your voice and improve your sound. Now, the basic building blocks of the English language are vowels and consonants. But if all we ever had were the primary sounds supplied by vowels and consonants, our language and our ability to communicate would be relatively primitive. It's a bit like colours. We have the primary colours of red, blue and yellow. Separately, there are only 3 colours, but as every preschooler knows, if you add blue and yellow together, you get a 4th colour, green. With colour, the mixing options are virtually limitless. But fortunately, the construction of language is rather more finite. As we've already noted, our primary sounds are constructed with vowels and consonants, and how we combine those 2 building blocks determines the phonetic outcomes. So for example, sometimes our vowels are long, like in the words be, large and cool, and sometimes the vowel sounds are short, like in gum, had and in. But these sounds are still rather simple, so how do we create nuance into our sounds? Enter the diphthong.
Sound check.
First question to answer, what is a diphthong? Well, what better place to obtain a definition about the English language than the concise Oxford English Dictionary, which defines a diphthong as a sound formed by a combination of 2 vowels in a single syllable, in which the sound begins as one vowel and moves towards another. Generally speaking, excuse the intended pun, diphthongs, sometimes referred to as a gliding vowel, are separate vowels that have been fused together to produce complex sounds. There are many diphthongs in the English language, but they differ dependent on your accent. Importantly, every diphthong has a dominant sound and a non-dominant sound. Have a listen to the following 8 British diphthongs and see if you can identify the dominant vowel. I, as in the words rise and life. A, heard in words like day and game. Oi can be heard in coin and oyster. Ow, as in the words owl and loud. Have you also noticed that each of the diphthongs has a falling intonation? See if you can detect the descent in pitch in the remaining sounds. O, as in the words low and no. E, as in is heard in the words dear and fierce. Air is found in lair and careful. Ua can be heard in pure and manure. Well, as interesting as all that is to us vocal nerds, it don't mean squat if you can't apply it to our singing in a practical way. So let me give you a fun exercise for working on your diphthongs, as well as a piece of lyrical analysis for your homework.
Sound check.
Okay, the singing exercise is rather simple in design, but it may prove challenging when it comes to actually doing the activity. Using the first track from my exercise CD, which is a free download on my website, we are going to sing a 5-note scale using each of the 8 diphthongs we identified earlier. So for the sake of example, I'm going to show you the activity using the first diphthong we identified earlier, I. Just as a reminder, have a listen to the 2 vowel sounds in I. The first and more dominant vowel is the I, the second vowel is E, and it closes the diphthong off. So all we are going to do is sing the 5-note scale using the diphthong, but we're going to position the first vowel shape and hold it throughout the exercise, landing on the second vowel shape only when we hit the final note of the scale. Have a listen. I. The fun part of this exercise is you've got to really think about your vocal tract shapes. I've written the list of diphthongs in the description section below, so be sure to practice this activity using each of the sounds over the 5-note scale. And to finish, I'm going to give you a small piece of analysis homework. I want you to print off a fresh copy of the lyrics to one of the songs you're currently learning or working on. Using a highlighter, I want you to go through the song and highlight every diphthong in the song. Once you've got your now very colourful sheet, I would think, sing the song through. I think you might be surprised by how much more aware you are of your articulation and overall timbre and tone. If you get a chance, leave us all a comment below and let us know what you experience as a result of the analysis and the singing exercise. I'm always super keen to read about how the exercises are assisting your vocal development. And if this is your first time to a Voice Essentials video, g'day, welcome. I'm so pleased you chose to click on my video, and I'm flattered that you watched it right through to the end. I've got over 150 videos just like this one, and everyone has been tailored to develop your voice and improve your sound. So if you're interested, jump over to my channel and subscribe for new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Hopefully I'll see you again in just a click. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.